All right, now let's take a look at this second function, greet. This function takes a name and returns a string like this. In a real-world application, you might have a function that generates the subject or the body for an email. So this is a simplified version of that function. Now let's test this. So back in our test file, I'm going to collapse this describe block, add a new one for our greet function. And here we pass a function. So Jest will call this function when running our tests. Now in this block, we call it should return the greeting message. And here we pass our test function. So we call lib.greet, pass mosh here, get the result, and then expect result to be welcome mosh. Now let's run this. So back in the terminal, npm test. Okay, all tests are passing, beautiful. You can see we have this beautiful hierarchy. These are all the tests for our absolute function. And here we have another passing test for our greet function. However, there is a problem with this test. This test is too specific and can easily break. If we go back to our greet function and change this by simply adding an exclamation mark at the end, our test is going to break. So let's run it again. Here you go. We expected welcome mosh, but we got welcome mosh with an exclamation mark at the end. So here's the lesson. Your tests should neither be too specific nor too general. They should be at the right balance. If they're too specific, like in this case, they can easily break. If they're too general, they may not give you the confidence that your code is actually working. So how can we make this test more general? Well, for testing strings, instead of testing for the exact equality, you can look for certain patterns. You can use a regular expression. So here we can change this to match and pass a regular expression here. So // and put mosh here. So as long as we have the name of the person in the greeting message, we're happy. We don't want to check for the exact message. So let's run this one more time. npm test. Now our test is passing. If we go back and remove the exclamation mark, the test will still pass. Now, if you don't want to use a regular expression, you can use another matcher. So expect result to contain mosh. Let's run the test one more time. npm test. All tests are passing. So when testing strings, make sure your tests are not too specific.